Kraken tutorial for beginners. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys everything you need to know about the Kraken exchange as well as the Kraken wallet. Now, a lot of people wonder whether Kraken is a wallet or exchange. Well, Kraken is actually a crypto exchange, which also does have its own crypto wallet. And the best part about using a platform like Kraken is that it is super trustable and has several different security features. Not only that, but they also have a professional trading application, a separate wallet application, and a regular crypto trading application for both Android and iOS devices. So you can get started with your crypto journey right on your phone. Now let's get started. To get started, simply head on over to kraken.com. Once you do that, you're going to see your basic sign up. You can click on the sign up option and proceed with your email. Keep in mind that whenever you are doing any type of crypto platform signups, you are going to have to verify your identity. This is a necessary step right now because you cannot just create your crypto account without verifying your identity. So you're going to have to do that before you can proceed with actually trading crypto. Even if you do create your account without, verifying your identity, you're not going to be able to trade crypto. So it is a really important step to do that first. Now, I have already created my account and verified my identity on my account, so we can proceed. But before we proceed into actually using the Kraken exchange platform, I want to tell you guys a bit more about what Kraken exactly is and what is the difference between an exchange and a wallet, because a lot of beginners do confuse the two things to be the same. So what is Kraken? Kraken is a cryptocurrency exchange, which means that they match orders from clients who want to buy crypto with orders from clients who want to sell cryptocurrencies. It's not a bank, it's not a brokerage, it's not an investment fund or advisor, and it's not a shop, which basically means that Kraken is going to execute your orders. You cannot refund them once you place them out. Then you have a separate tool, which is called the Kraken wallet. This application is different from the regular Kraken.com application because this is specifically their wallet application, and their wallet application focuses primarily on holding crypto assets within your own secure method. So it is a self-ownership wallet where the tokens are no longer going to belong to the exchange. Instead, they are going to belong to you. And for long-term crypto holdings, it is recommended to store your cryptocurrency on your wallet. So the difference between an exchange and a crypto wallet service is primarily your cryptocurrency ownership. And when you're using a exchange, the wallet is not going to be holding your crypto. It's just going to keep your crypto temporarily in the exchange, and the exchange holds it until you have to trade. So let's get started with Kraken.com. Now, to get started, we are going to head on over into our account. I have already completed my verification, and I can click on the My Account section on the top right to proceed. Once I've done that, I can proceed with my Kraken exchange. And what we're going to be doing is we're just going to head on over and choose the home section. Now, on your top right, you have your Kraken, and then you have your Kraken Pro. The Kraken Pro is what a lot of people refer to whenever they are looking to view an exchange, which is the professional dashboard for Kraken, which basically involves all the charts, the spot market, and the basic trading tools that we mostly account or think of when we think of trading. So this is what it looks like. You guys can see it has the regular trading interface that we are most often familiar with. But before we actually explore the pro version of Kraken, we want to get familiar with the basics. So to get started with the basics of Kraken, we're going to head on over to kraken.com. And what we're going to do is click on the top right. We have our general settings. We have Kraken Plus, security notifications, payment methods, documents, and proof of reserves. Now, to start purchasing crypto, we do need to deposit some type of asset. And we can click on buy crypto over here to start buying. But before we can buy, we need to add a payment method. We can add a payment card, or we can add a cash deposit. In certain regions, you can deposit USD directly onto Kraken. Then below that, you have your selling options where you can sell cryptocurrencies. Any of the cryptocurrencies you hold, you can choose to sell them over here. And then from there, you will also have your converting options. This means you are able to convert your cash or crypto between, which means if I have Ethereum and I want to convert it for BTC, I can do that. Let's say I have USDT and I want to convert that into BTC now, I can do that as well. So you have several different options whenever you are trading and whenever you are converting, and you can convert between any of those options that you have. Now, moving forward, we also have the option to deposit, again, which we can deposit USDT. We can deposit crypto tokens as well. If you have crypto tokens within your crypto wallet, you can easily deposit them over here. Depositing your pre-existing crypto tokens can be a great way to easily fund your account without having to purchase any new assets. And it is one of the most easy ways to fund your account. So you can select the asset that you want to deposit and then select the network it is on. Let's say it's on Ethereum mainnet, and then after that I can generate a deposit address. This will generate a deposit address and I can click on copy. Then I can go on to MetaMask or any other crypto wallet that I might be using, and I can deposit my assets from there onto my Kraken exchange. Once I do that, I can just regularly use it as I would. Now, after that, we also have their portfolio section, which allows us to see all the different tokens we have, as well as the allocation of each one of those tokens. We have the Explore section, which allows us to explore different cryptocurrencies, the price change, as well as the market cap. We can put certain tokens on our watch list. We also can take a look at the earn, gainers, losers, stablecoins, and newly listed tokens. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into the earn section, and from here we can actually earn money with Kraken. Instead of putting in your cryptocurrencies and leaving them to do nothing for you, you can put them to work by actually using their earn section. The earn section allows you to earn money off of your crypto assets by securing them in a staking reward system. You will see the average APRs and the lifetime earnings that you have earned and the earning balance. You can choose the token you want to stake and you can proceed with staking. Keep in mind you do need to have some sort of balance to be able to start with staking. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be providing liquidity to the exchange, and in return, you get to enjoy a decent APR. But keep in mind that if you do stake some of your tokens and the price of that token goes down, it is going to negatively impact you, because even if you're earning like a 2% APR, if the price goes down more than 2%, you basically made nothing. So you do have to keep that in mind whenever you are looking to get started with staking. Then we have our transactional history, and we're going to proceed with looking at Kraken Pro. Now, if I click on Kraken Pro over here, we are going to enter the professional interface for Kraken Exchange. Now, from here on the left, we have our home, then we have our trading. On the top, you will see your spot and margin market, as well as your favorites and futures. I'm going to search for Ethereum, and I want to go with Ethereum/USDT as my token pair. Then you will see your available balance, as well as limit pricing, quantity, total, and you also have margin trading available. Keep in mind, margin trading involves risk, and for beginners, I don't recommend taking a risky position. Below that, you have post only, you have simple trades, advanced options, including setting up take profit triggers and stop loss triggers. Now, what are all of these things? Well, if I close this out, it's going to have nothing. But what is recommended is you click on over here, you add your order form. In the order form, there are different types of orders that you can place, including limit, market, stop loss limit, take profit limit, iceberg, trailing stops, and trailing stop limit orders. All of these are different types of orders. Now, what is a market order? This is the simplest type of order that you're going to find. This type of order basically means is that whenever you are placing an order, it is executed right at the current market price. So let's say I want to purchase $100 worth of ETH, whatever amount that comes up, I can purchase that. Click on the trade option and then I can proceed. Then after that, this is the most basic version of trading, okay? Then you have a limit order, which is slightly more complicated, which involves setting up your own parameters. So what do we mean by setting up our own parameters? Well, when you're setting up your own parameters, you're basically ensuring that whenever you put in a trade, it executes at a certain price, not too far off. So the limit price is going to be, the current price is 17.89. Let's say that I want to purchase Ethereum when it hits 17,700, okay? And what this is that this is a lower price than the price that is currently going on, okay? You guys can see this is the preview buy limit. Then I can choose the quantity and the total amount that would be spent. That would be like 3.5 USDT worth of Ethereum when the price reaches 1770. Then I can proceed with my trade. So as soon as the price of Ethereum reaches that particular point, my trade would be executed. And when my trade is executed, I will have Ethereum based upon this, quantity and this total. And you again can use margin trading in this. Within margin trading, you're able to leverage to a higher position. This can get you to have larger profits, but those larger profits again have risks involved. So if you are looking to margin trade, always go through the risks. You don't just want to jump right into this. It is something that can be really beneficial, but if you are recklessly doing it, you do not want to do that. Again, within margin trading, you always want to set up your advanced triggers as well as your take profit stop loss. Now, what this does is that it automatically takes a profit at a certain point and stops loss. And you also have post only, ensures that your order is added to the order book rather than matched immediately. This is associated with maker fees, which are lower. Then you have reduce only, which means that it ensures that your order will only reduce an existing exposure and not create a new one. And with this, you can set up some simple take profit stop loss, where you can add a percentage or a certain amount of USDT you want to take up as profit. As soon as that profit margin is reached, the trade would be executed and ended. And you can set up a stop loss trigger. So if your trade is going to give you a loss, you can set up a certain percentage of loss or amount of loss. And you can go into the advanced triggers of this, where you have distance by trigger or trigger by profit and loss, and you can go with index or last pricing. Now, this is just your secondary type of purchasing or selling. This is limit orders. So we've covered market orders, limit orders. It's time to take a look at stop loss orders, which again, just use the functionality of a take profit stop loss trigger. Then you have a trailing stop, which means that your market positions are going to come to a halt based upon the market stop price. It's going to basically be impacted by that initial price. It's going to trigger a butterfly effect of sorts to stop. Now, this is just your interface for trading in the spot market. You guys can see on the top right, you get a summary of everything. You have your general chart. Then below that, you will have all of your orders. Then after that, you will see, if you proceed forward, you can click on the top right token pair. And from there, you can go into the futures market. And within your futures market, you're going to see different token pairs, and you can select whichever token you want. Again, I want to go with ETH, so I can go with ETH. And the futures market functions pretty differently. The futures market is basically going to function based upon the change in the price point. So if the price goes up, you can bet that the price is going up. If you think the price is going to go down, you can bet that the price is going down. You're going to be making a contract based upon the expected price, the way that you expect it to go. Now, that expectation that you've placed, this basically means you can make a profit even if the price is going up or going down. You're able to make a profit off of both situations because you're going to be selling a futures contract rather than actually selling a futures token. You're not going to actually be selling the cryptocurrency, you're just going to be selling a futures contract. Now, within the futures market, you guys can see you have to unlock futures to continue trading futures, accept their updated terms. You're going to agree to their terms of service. Make sure to read them thoroughly before you proceed. Now we're going to click on confirm our personal information. And once we have confirmed our personal information, we can go back and get started with trading futures. And this might take a little bit of time. You do have to verify your identity and verify the basics. So we're just waiting for that. After that, you might have to provide some additional information. So I will just have to proceed with that. You do have to upload a copy of a recent bank information to confirm your address. You must show your legal name and residential address. You can upload a profile for this. Now you might say, hey, isn't this a bit too nosy? Actually, it is not nosy. A lot of regions have implemented very strict trading regulations, and trading regulations are becoming very stringent. So that is why you do have to complete all of these address verifications and go through all of these security checks. So it ensures that you are securely using and you are a verified user rather than some type of bot or some type of security threat. So do keep that in mind and just go through all of this. Once you do that, you can get started with your futures contract. So from here, you can proceed, and within the futures contracts, you have limit orders, market orders, stop loss, and all types of orders. Now, after that, you also have a general favorite section. You can mark certain token pairs that you are going to be watching that are on your primary list. And if you are looking to keep an eye on a certain token, you can put that over here in your Kraken Pro. Now, after that, you have your markets where you're able to just get a general eye of the market and view some of the market indicators, view some of the top gainers, losers, fixed, hot, new tokens, margin, earning, different ecosystems as well. Then below that, you have general analytics where you have price, aggressor differential, the trade count, trading volumes, and more. Then you have your own personal portfolio. So your own personal portfolio is going to show the portfolio value. Then you have Kraken Earn. Now, Kraken Earn, again, is a tool which is underestimated, I would say, because Kraken Earn is honestly something that is going to be a very great way to put your tokens to work. Even if you are not willing to, trade a lot, you're not willing to take a lot of risk, you are still going to be able to use Kraken's Earn system to be able to make your assets earn APRs. Now, this is going to be different than your wallet, and with your wallet, you have limited staking options, but on an exchange, you have things like USD, Euro, Bitcoin, Tether, XRP, Cardano, Cosmos, Polkadot, Tron, Flow, and a bunch of other crypto tokens. Then you have the unbonding period. So certain tokens are in a flexible savings tool, which basically allows you to extract the money whenever you want. However, some are only available with a fixed bonding period. So this is opt-in rewards, this is bonded, and this is flexible. In flexible, you can take out your money whenever. In bonded, you cannot. You have the payouts. These are mostly, all of them are weekly. Some are monthly as well. Then you have the estimated APR. Now, the estimated APR and your actual APR can truly differ. This is just an estimation, so sometimes these can be pretty inflated. I wouldn't say that you should go on about and think, okay, this is what I'm going to be getting. You might be getting a very different price range for a very different percentage for your APRs. And you can proceed, click on allocate or turn on to get started with taking your tokens for rewards. I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to get started with Kraken. If you did find this video helpful, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or queries, you guys can leave those in the comments down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say.